There are many who argue against the very concept of judicial review. They characterize it as anti-majoritarian. In USA, the judicial review has been a subject of perennial and even passionate debates among the scholars and the jurists. Some scholars assert that it is usurpation of power by judiciary as the Constitution is silent on the point of judicial review. Others assert that the review of legislation is not a judicial function and is very different from the function usually discharged by the courts. But several scholars argue that the framers of Constitution did envisage and contemplate judicial review. Some argue that judicial review is undemocratic as the judges who declare statutes unconstitutional are neither elected by nor are responsible to the people. But there are many scholars who do not agree with this view. They argue that the democracy need not to have officials elected and that judicial review is democratic as it promotes democracy by safeguarding the rights of the people and cabining government organs within the confines of the Constitution. In a democracy, the majority may not be always right and there always lurks the danger of oppression of the minority by the majority. Judicial review keeps such tendency of the majority in check. However, this fact also cannot be denied that there have been occasions when judicial pronouncements have not been palatable to the governments and legislatures in India. The exercise of judicial power has sometimes generated controversies and tensions between the courts, the executive and the legislature, which at times have even led to constitutional amendments. Certain areas where the judicial review created controversies includes legislative privileges, property relations, etc. To conclude, we can say that judicial review is a powerful weapon in the hands of judiciary to uphold the constitutional values, rights and freedoms of persons, to promote nationalism and to maintain a healthy democratic nation. The underlying object of the judicial review is to ensure that the authority does not abuse its power and the individual receives just and fair treatment. It is the solemn duty of the judiciary under the Constitution to keep the different organs within the limits of the power conferred upon them by the Constitution. However, there is a limit to extent of judicial review. The duty of the courts is to confine itself to the question of legality. The power of judicial review is an integral part of the Constitution. Judicial review serves as necessary check on the possible excesses by the legislatures and executives. That was all about today's lecture. Hope you all understood it well. Thank you and have a good day.